right, let's do a quick one here before I mask up and shoot this thing with primer. I've got some self-etching for my metal spots that wore through that spot I was digging out. I've got a buttload of this. 7 1/4 cans. I've got some filler that's sandable, and I've also got some primer sealer. I wiped it down with Windex. I wiped it down with a clean rag. You've seen that, and I also tack ragged it, which is sitting over there. So we got a tack rag right here. We got a Windex rag, and then I don't know where the other one went. This is the one that I just wiped the chalk down with nothing because I wanted to get some of the streaks and see what else was on there. So there's my rags. It's pretty freaking clean is all I got to say. And sent Evan a little video where I was acting goofy saying that his truck was painted right there, and I painted his truck for Matt's. You threw a little cross-eyed Mary in there, but yeah, I think it's ready to go. We got these classic brand new headlights I got on, and I got them some brand new windshield wipers too. Obviously I can't get those off, so they're just going to stay on, but I can move them, so if I need to move them to get certain sections I can. But yeah, I'd say it's ready to go. It's got to be primed because, I mean, obviously there's garbage in the stuff, and I'm not going to spend 2 weeks sanding this down completely and then have a big mess and start all over, because I don't want to. I'd rather just shoot it with this, try to knock it down, see how it looks, and then paint the thing, because that's what I want to do. Bumper's covered good enough. The frame and stuff is covered because I don't want any overspray getting on it since it's super dusty. My plan is to shoot the cab with primer, get the fuck out of the shop because it's going to stink really bad. It is currently, I guess, like 62 in here. 62 degrees on the salamander is what it's saying, so it's perfect temperature. No doors are opening. The vents open a little bit. You know, there's a little bit of breeze coming through, but yeah, once I get done painting it, I'm leaving and getting out of here, so I don't have to breathe in it because it's going to be heavy. And I'll probably kick the exhaust fans on and turn the salamander on, which I got to fill it up. Other than that, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to put the respirator on, my goggles, and some gloves and go to work. So I guess the next time you come back, there will be not one, but 2 gray trucks in the shop, if you will. Well, there it is. And there's Noah. He's been out here for probably, what, 30 minutes now? Yeah. Evan was out here a little bit ago, and we are just sitting out here BS and talking. I showed it to him. Doesn't even stink out here because once I got done, I kicked the exhaust fans on. There was a nice haze, and when I turned my mask off, I could kind of smell it. But what's your, what do you think?
Looks awesome. I know it's just pretty cool seeing everything the same color now, even.
Well, I mean, yeah. There's some spots where I sprayed the etching is darker still because it just didn't take. So I have a few spots to touch up, which you can easily see. I have 1 can left that I've got a few spots to touch up. I'm gonna wait till the morning, probably do it first thing, and then I'm going to jack the cab up and probably spray the engine. But you can really see all of the imperfections on the truck now that it's one color, and that's why I like to prime things. Like, we knew this was here, but we couldn't see it was here as much. We knew this was here only because it was shinier when everything else was dull. And then you come around to the back and you can see all the stone chips from when this thing used to work at the quarry and live there. They're on the back of the cab, but that's okay. Because
I'm really surprised with how smooth the front is, though. Like the front panels.
Yeah.
I can't believe how smooth these are.
Yeah, I mean, the primer laid really nice. It is. This is
money.
It feels really good too. It's not bad at all. And to be honest with you, I'm surprised because those cans were kicking on all kinds of dust. And that tack rag, I tack ragged the whole truck, and I just did it one time. Now when I paint the truck, I'll tack rag each section after I refill the gun, because that's what you have to do, especially since I'm doing it in a building. When I did Frank's, I was outside and there was bugs and dust and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, they were all up front doing stuff. And this is Saturday, and it's what, 9 o'clock at night now? Yeah. Saturday at 9, and they were both 9:13. They were both doing work around here. Noah's installing a bunch of security cameras out front and stuff. So if anybody tries to do anything stupid, we'll catch you on camera.
If anybody tries to get our chrome wipers,
yeah,
they're done for.
Yeah, I told Evan I got him some new fancy wipers, and he's like, yes, I love them. So, matches headlights. I showed them those last night. They got a kick out of that, but yeah, hopefully we'll get some paint next week. And before I leave to go home for a few days, I'll be able to spray the truck, and we'll have it one color, one solid color. Then when I come back, we can put it together. So yeah, I still gotta clean up those little vents too back there. I gotta pull them out, put them on my thing I went and got. Do the visor. I need to prime the visor. I need to prime that, and I need to figure out where I put those. They gotta be back here somewhere. I bet they're in one of these. Yep, look at that. Whoop, there it is. And they're red, so I'll get them out later because they're metal, and I got shit in the way. So that's what's up. There's your update for that. It's ghostly gray. We got 2 gray trucks in the shop right now, so that's what's up. That is what is up. Well, let's get your eyes on this one more time before I paint it black, because I'm gonna paint it black. Probably won't record any of this. I'm gonna start over here on these pieces because I want to get that gun dialed in. So a little bit of runs on that from last night on some stuff I sprayed. Just cleaned that, but obviously that didn't come off the top, but oh well. Went down and wiped everything down on the frame earlier, blew everything off that I could, taped everything off that I didn't want to get black. I figured I'd do the frame first, that way if I got any overspray, I don't want to, I can't paint the engine and then, you know, it has to sit. This stuff is going to have to sit, so I know that much right now. I figure I'll do the engine at a later date, probably before I do the cab once the frame is dry. I mean, once the frame's painted, it's going to take like 2 days to dry. So I've got the shop right now, I think it's like 68 or something. Oh yeah, I got to tape up a couple more spots, and then I'll be able to do some other crap that I need to do over here, clean some of that stuff up, start polishing, knocking things out while that frame is drying. And then hopefully by the time Tuesday rolls around, I'll have some paint for the cab and I can do it, and then I'll shoot the engine at another time. But yeah, that's it right now before it's black. When I come back, it'll be black, and this stuff is super thick. I do have some reducer and some hardener. The mix is 16 to 1 to 1, but I don't have anything big enough to mix that in right now. So basically what I'm going to do, because if I mix all that in, that's only a 2-day pot, so I'm just going to mix it in one of these. This is a 7 to 1 to 1 ratio, so I'm going to break that stuff down, probably be like 7 parts or 6 parts to you know, a 1/4 part to an 1/8 to that to get what I want. So it's going to be complicated mixing it, but it is what it is. I'm sure it'll be fine, because it's just not that. It is getting stuff mixed into it, and I will thin it out as go. You know, that's why I want to spray those parts first before I start shooting frame, and then I don't like the way it looks, and I got a bunch of runs because it's thick and crappy. Got my gun all set up right here for me to dump. That's just a cheap Harbor Freight gun. When I'm done with it, it's probably going straight in the trash because I won't clean it out and use it again, because I can get another one for $15. Got this all dialed in too, what I need. So it's what it is. Not the first time I've done it. I use that setup for Frank. Should be fine. So should be fine. We'll see what happens though once I start spraying those. Maybe I'll bring it back if I spray those and I like the way it looks, or once I run out of my cup the first time, I might bring it back. So we'll see. Well, there it is. Got the exhaust fans going, sucking some of the fumes out now. Had them off because I wanted to keep it warm in here while I was doing this. It laid actually really smooth for the Tractor Supply stuff. I'm extremely impressed with it. My mixes were about spot on, a little thicker towards the back, but I started adding a little bit more thinner, and the stuff in the back actually laid really well. For being a 48 frame, I don't think it's too bad. I think the truck looks, it's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be amazing. Now obviously I didn't get those because that's where the tanks are going, so there was really no point to do that. I did spray some hoses, what you could see, because I needed to, because some primer was on them and they really didn't care about it if I sprayed them, and neither did I. Some things I'll need to touch up with a rattle can, but to the naked eye you're not going to be able to see that stuff. And I really didn't get a shitload of overspray on the engine when I was doing some stuff, so I'm really not too worried about it either. And like that right there, I'll tape off and do. That stuff didn't do too bad right there, spraying it by the engine. Did get a couple spots on the cab, but I'll, you know, right like here, that's tacky, but I'll sand that out anyways. I need to, so it's not that bad. Got the old radiator in here. So, and I don't believe I got any on the bumper because I taped everything up really good. Plus, I know the guy who polishes it, so it ain't no big deal. Did get some in my beard there, so I'm gonna need to shower. Probably some on the top of my head because I bonked myself when I was climbing around under the truck, but for the most part, I pretty much got everything I needed to. And I can see a couple spots right there. That gun with that is in the trash. But top feed gun's a pain in the butt to get into tight areas. Now that's the stuff I'll rattle can, but to the naked eye, you'd never see that with the cab down. And once I get it out in the sunlight and actually can look at it, I will, you know, climb under it and shoot things what I can. And I'll take my little light tomorrow and go around and touch some things up maybe. But I'm gonna let it dry for a couple days before I ever do that. So, I can't knock the cab down either because I gotta wait for this paint to dry. So this frame's gonna sit here and dry for a couple days, and I'm just gonna do other things, probably back in the mezzanine or over there because that area is gonna be open. Evan's car's not gonna be here because he is in Vegas for a conference, so I'll probably take out stuff over there and do it. That way I'm not kicking up a bunch of dust around the chalk in the frame, but we'll see how it feels tomorrow. I'll touch some spots that nobody's gonna see to you know, check the tackiness and whatnot. I'm about to kick those exhaust fans out because it looks like it's pretty much cleared out now. I mean, you could just see a little bit of a fog from the lights. There's still some, but not much. It could be my contacts too, because I did have on goggles, but that really doesn't matter all the time. So let me kick the exhaust fans off, and then I am going to probably take a shower because I need one. I got it on my wrists and stuff, and these clothes are sticky and tacky. Oh, Frank. He might have a pink haze, a red haze, but he's gonna get a super bath and a wax. Maybe this week, maybe next week, maybe, I don't know when, but someday, some other way. But yeah, that's done. 5 hours it took me to do it. I started at 3, mixed my first can. I stopped just before 8 o'clock. I think it was about 7:45. I turned the compressor off and threw that gun away and just left those hoses there because I don't really care right now, to be honest with you. But I do have to flip some parts over and do them. Those two brackets, that bar and that needs still done. So I'll probably just rattle can that stuff, to be honest with you, because that's the kind of guy I am. So really doesn't matter to me. But yeah, I think it laid extremely well for what I did do, and I'm extremely impressed with that paint, and I would probably use it again. I would probably get a bigger probably 5-gallon bucket and just dump the thing in there, and or something, you know, mix it half and half with my stuff. Get a couple of these that are big, and then dump the reducer and the hardener in something like this, or smaller cups, so I can do half and half. That way I know. But I'm satisfied, and I guarantee they are too, because I've already showed Noah and he's freaking out. So I can't wait for him to come in tomorrow morning and see this. And Tracy, she's gonna lose her shit too when she sees it, but it's what it is. So, well, till tomorrow, I guess, when I come back. You know what we say, we will see ya. Well, just outside, I'm gonna clean these up. Got me a water hose right over there. I'm gonna pressure wash and stuff, which I don't need because I've got some SOS steel pads that I'm gonna clean on these with. And I'm just gonna rinse this thing out, probably, maybe scuff it up a little bit. It's probably gonna get some sanding and shit like that, but this stuff I'll wanna clean up with a SOS pad, and I got some 0,000 super fine steel wool to scratch on this stuff too, if I want to, and a couple brushes that I am going to use, because I want to polish all this stuff when the time comes. So basically going to sit out here in the sun because it's like 62 degrees or something like that. Finally it's warm down here, and I can take advantage of this at the Truck Parking Club clubhouse and actually sit out in the sun and enjoy it versus being in there. Besides, the frame is still the frame is not tacky at all for the truck. Well, I'll show you when I get done and go back in. The frame's not tacky. There's a couple spots I've touched the parts that are down there, but I don't want a bunch of dust kicking in there and stuff like that, so I'm just going to do all this out here because, well, that's what needs to be done. So that is what I'm going to do right now. Well, today's the day I'm going to polish these tanks. I'm going to polish up the rest of the pieces I cleaned yesterday. Still need to clean one that's in the sink that I didn't realize I needed to clean. And then I need to clean up that tube there too for the turbo. So I'm going to give this a shot. I need to clean that up really quick because it's pretty nasty, the buffer wheel, and then I'll start on that side and then work my way around. Well, move my operation outside because it's like 70-something degrees. So that's what I did inside. That thing is all beat up and it's not very good, but it's better than what it was. It's a bunch of shadows and stuff. So I had to run to town and get some supplies. So I did grab some 1000 grit that I may try and knock it down with, but we'll work on this one and try to get it shiny. I'll do what I can. Obviously you can see all those scratches and swirls in there that are super deep. The boy was using grit he shouldn't have been using, but it's what it is. I caught him. This is the passenger side tank. Obviously this is the back, so if I need to, I'll sand that down with 1000 grit. I might even do it before I even hit it, because I mean those obviously aren't going to come out and they'll always be seen. There's some on the front right here that you can see, if you can see those. So yeah, that's what I'm working with. I'll do my best. That's all I can do. I'm not a professional polisher. I'm not a professional at anything but talking shit probably, so whatever. Oh man, Wednesday, hump day, our favorite day of the week. And look what Chad's doing. He's mounting tires. The first one was a straight bitch, I can tell you that much right now. I've got 3 of the 8 done. I'm working on the 4th right now. I thought it'd be beneficial for the rims and not to scuff them up, to try to put them on from the back, and that was a big no-no. Struggled with one for about like 45 minutes. Went and got Noah. He came out. I had everything but like this much of the lip, and what it was doing was it was catching right under here, so it wasn't letting it go all the way. And I mean, we both struggled and didn't. I said, you know what, let's flip it over. I think this is why. So we flipped it over. It took us a hot ass minute to get it off. We got it off finally. We flipped it over. We put it on from the front side, and the thing just plopped right on. And I was like, okay. And he's like, well, so I'm like, may need to call a tire guy, dude. Just come have somebody do this, because I can't do this. I've never done it before. And I had looked at some videos, watched a couple dude like explain like hard tires, old tires, things like that, using spoons. That's all I'm using is spoons. I'm not using one of those Walker things. So yes, those are a little bit harder, but I can do it. It's not a big deal. I just did 3. Well, 1 with help, 2 without. This will be my 3rd one without, and then I'm gonna do them all. So get these done. It's raining outside. The humidity is up super duper. So I think around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the humidity is supposed to be down like to 40%, so I can paint the engine if I want to. I just wanted to get some of these things knocked out, because that is James Pretty's, and if he comes through here while I'm gone or anything like that, I want him to be able to get it. So I did finish 1 tank. From here it looks good. Up close it's a little scary. There's cloudiness, there's you know, some, you can see all those, yeah, all those scratches and stuff like that. But I mean, I can see myself in it. Now I didn't do this because it's the back and I really don't care about it. Nobody's gonna see it. What's the point? I'm not gonna waste my time on it. And then this side too. So are they better than what they looked when they came in? Absolutely. I left that one because when Evan comes back, I want him to look at this, and if he doesn't like this, he can get a professional in here to re-sand these down and polish them. But if he says this is okay, he doesn't care, it's better than what they were when they got here, then I'll polish that one out with the kit. I've stated many times I'm not a professional at doing this, and some of these jig marks just don't come out the way this stuff is sanded. So it's what it is, especially some of this hand stuff, this hand scratch stuff that's in here just don't come out. No, I didn't sand those, so I can't be blamed for that. All I can be blamed is a shitty polish job, because I'm not a professional, which I've stated before, and or don't care. So I'm going to put you on a time lapse. I'm going to mount this one, and then I'm going to do that right there. So let me find a good place for you, that way you're somewhat close and can see, and then we'll go from there. Maybe I'll stick you up over on Frank or something, I don't know, or somewhere else, so you can just kind of watch. I'd rather have you closer, but at the same time I'm going to be bending over this tire, so I might just throw you over here on the steps so you can see it in a time lapse. And then blah bling blah bloom, I'm gonna run up and tell him no, we don't need nobody, because he did call somebody. They said it'd be like a minimum of 425, but we got this. I'm like drenched with sweat. It looks like I peed myself, but that's from sweat too, dripping from my shirt, because the very first one, man, I was just soaking wet. I was leaking because I couldn't get that thing, not struggling and doing everything I could. But once I figured it out, it's really not that complicated. So I'll go over a quick run through really quick of what I'm doing here. I'm lubing up the front and the back. I'm not lubing up right here because I can't get no bite on it. The thing just wants to slide around on me, slip and slide. So I do have this lubed up, but I'll probably throw some more on before I start. But like from here to here, I don't put any lube, just so I can get some bite. And then when I go to do this jobby here, once I get it mounted and stuff like that, and it's actually on there, I lube it up the rest of the way really good. So here goes nothing. obviously that's running, that one's filling up. You just seen me do 1, 2, I think I did 2 or 3. 1, 2, 3, I think, just like that. And that's probably 25 minutes if that. Maybe 5 minutes a tire, getting it on there. Sometimes I struggle, but it's what it is. Those spins help. I'm a small guy, it's the first time I've ever done it, so I think I'm doing pretty good, but I'm sure there's somebody who's done it better or can do it better or has a better technique, which I don't care. I'm doing it, so it don't fucking matter, to be honest with you. But there's 2 left, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save them for Noah. He's on a meeting right now with Big Willie, and once I'm gonna go up and get him once this tire fills and the compressor turns off and stuff, and then I'm gonna let him shoot. I'm gonna show him how to do one, then let him mount one for their truck parking club channel, because they haven't really shot any content this week because I told them to hold on. So what I don't show from after today, like painting the engine and stuff, will probably be seen on their video, so you'll have to check that out. So that's what's up. I mean, tomorrow I'm getting a rental car probably around noon. I'm coming back, I'm packing some shit, and I'm headed up north for about 5 days, and then I'll be back down to finish out the truck. So till then, you know what we say, we will see ya. Hey, and if you don't like it, buy an old truck and go truck yourself. Whacking golf balls I find in the back 9 here at the truck parking clubhouse. There's a driving range right next door, right next to all this traffic. So I figured instead of just collecting them and giving them back, hit them over. Stay on there. There we go. Yeah. Top flight number 1. Ready to go. That one sucked. I like these all practice balls and shit. Still whacking pretty good. Some distance. You're going the distance. Damn. Happy Gilmore, bitch. Oh, that tee's broke. Oh well, on to the next one. I got a pocket full. Yeah.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.